Hey there, 7th grade. This is your second to last art project as 7th graders. And next year, you're going to be top dogs, 8th graders. Woo! Can you believe it? Finally. So let's make this a good project. You will need a piece of paper. It can be printer paper, or it can be drawing paper, or even watercolor paper if you have it. You will need a ruler. You'll probably need some objects to trace, maybe something round like a cup or a bottle, or even if you have a roll of masking tape, you know how like the outer part is a certain size and then the inside of the roll is a little smaller. So something like that would work too, but definitely make sure you have that ruler. And then markers or crayons or color pencils. Unless you're using watercolor paper, then you could do your watercolor paints if you want to. So it's up to you. So please go gather those items and I'll meet you back here in just a minute and we'll get started. Okay, 7th grade, hi. We had a little problem with the internet over at my house here when I first started recording this. This is the second time around on this one. So I am not going to do all of the steps at the beginning, but I'll do enough that you'll understand what I'm talking about. The part that we did and you missed is I need you to have two pieces of paper, okay? One of them is 8 by 8 inches square, so use your ruler and measure and mark and then cut so that you have an 8 by 8 square and also a 4 by 4 square. Once you have all that done, I need you to, this is just a little piece of tape. I need you to, on the 4 by 4, there's a, you won't have this design on it yet because I did this without you, sadly, when the video didn't work. But what I do need you to do is measure, making sure that your measuring line, not the end of the ruler, but the measuring line is what's at the edge of your paper. I need you to mark at 2 inches and then turn the corner and just do on another side. I need you to mark a dot at 2 inches there. And then I just want you to connect those two dots like this. Boom. Okay. After that, let's zoom in so you can see. After that, you are going to create your own type of design, whatever you want. I did this lightning bolt in the middle in honor of George because he likes, George S, because he likes lightning bolts. And then I just started doing, I did some swirly designs here and a big one in the middle and then a lotus flower, and then I did a letter M for my name and a letter B for my name. So you can do anything that you want, but I just kind of want you to fill up this area. Keep it simple. Don't do really intricate designs because you're going to have to redraw this 3 more times, actually 4 more times. Okay, so you're going to do all this design in pencil, and then if you can see it through this piece of printer paper, if you can trace through, like your pencil marks are dark enough, you will not need to go over these with Sharpie. If you cannot see them, go over this with Sharpie, because this is kind of like your practice rough draft, okay? And this is how I need you to do it. You have your white paper, and you, what I want you to do is whatever you're going to have in the center, like this lightning bolt is going to be in the center, I want you to put that at the center. So if you were to turn it over, you see lightning bolt is at the center, and then these other, the corner is lined up. So the edges of the paper are lined up nicely with the lightning bolt at the middle. And then I used a little piece of tape. I have this brown tape. It's got like a pattern on it. I use this brown tape to hold it so it doesn't slip around, and I turned it over. So this is all the stuff that you've already missed. I turned it over. And I traced it one time, then I moved this to another corner, turned it back over, traced it a second time. So that is all that you've missed so far. It's not a huge thing, but now we're going to catch you up by, again, put that lightning bolt in the center, tape this, carefully lining up all the edges, and then I'm going to trace these last 2 sections on high speed so that you don't have to watch me forever just tracing this, and that is what your project is. I do recommend that if you use your ruler, please, to trace that line I had you do. After that, you probably won't need your ruler unless you have a lot of really angular shapes that you need to be straight. Okay, so Go ahead and you get started, or just watch me while I do this. Okay, and now you have a design. Now, oddly enough, and I'm glad this happened to me and not you, I must have been slightly off on my measurements, which is strange because, there's the problem. I'm sorry, I did not do an 8.5. I measured wrong on my big one. Everybody makes a mistake, but that's okay because we can still correct it. If I had done this perfectly, there would not be gaps right here and here because these four would have met perfectly. So everybody's human. So what you can do in case you accidentally measure incorrectly is just extend these lines right here, the ones that I asked you. The one thing I really wanted you to do was have this where you marked at 2 inches and you had a line. I wanted that for you because I want you to have the thought of a kind of a radial design. Radial meaning radiating out from the center. And when you have something in the middle, like that lightning bolt or this square, it looks like things are coming out from the middle. That's hard to do, coming out from the middle. Okay, so I could take some time and do something like, how about if I do this right here? Maybe I put something here, just to kind of make it look like I don't have such a big gap, okay? So if that happens, just make it look like you meant to do it. Maybe I'll draw something in here. Actually, I think I can extend these lightning bolts a little bit. Something like that. Okay, now your next job is the fun part. You're going to decorate this with your either markers or color crayons, color pencils, whatever, and you'll end up with a beautiful design just like the one that I put in the sample picture on the assignment. So that's your project. Again, sorry for the incorrect measuring, but I guess we're all human, and so have a great day. See you soon.